What up? It's your boy Sicksteen, man. Yesterday's nothing. You already know. Thank everybody for tuning in. And I'm doing this for my dude on Twitter. I got a homie named Totally Qua, Q-U-A. But he said he enjoyed my tweets and whatnot, and I should start a podcast. And podcasts are actually a lot of work, so I probably won't be starting a podcast anytime soon because it's kind of difficult. You got to have a lot of equipment and a lot of people on hand because I just was a part of one recently and I saw everything it takes, and I'm not at that level yet. But I did want to share some information, and I want to just share some insight on starting a business, being a business owner. And I'm not like no, expert or no Fortune 500 dude, but I do have my own company and I learned some things in a couple years. So just wanted to let some people know, give some motivation, things like that. And first off, I just want to start by why you should start a business, or how to find the idea, because I know a lot of people get stuck on that. And I went to a business seminar event in Cleveland in the summer last year, and cousin Jeff, he's on BET a lot, a dude with the dreads. I think he cut his hair though, but he was speaking, and he said in the most concise way I ever heard what you need to start a business, and it's really just 3 steps. And the first one is you got to find a problem, meaning that you gotta people need something. People need food, they need clothing, they need medical attention, they need their car fixed, whatever. Those are problems. So you have to find a problem. And to relate it to me, being from Cleveland, I started my music company Yesterday's Nothing because I would go to shows and there would be no media coverage, there would be no bloggers. So it'd be all these rappers performing, it'd be talented people, but nobody was there to cover it. So that was the problem to me. I saw we need a music scene. We need somebody that's going to cover this, that's going to make the people feel like it matters that there's rappers in Cleveland. So I started the blog. So that's the problem. Next up, number 2, you have to monetize a solution. Meaning that now that you have the problem, how are you going to solve it, and how are you going to make money by solving it? And that's an important step too, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're working but not making income, and at the same time your solution has to be profitable and it has to help the person. So again, for my example, my problem was there was no music scene, there was no media coverage. My solution was to start a blog, and to monetize it, you can charge for interviews, we can charge for coming to your show to promote it. We throw our own events now, we throw our own concerts. So it was easy to monetize that solution because we just were offering services to people, artists, venues, whatever. So, that's step 2. And the last step 3, is you have to facilitate an infrastructure. And it sounds really deep, but basically you have to create a way that you can do what you need to do, find your problem and solve it. Meaning for example, Yesterday's Nothing, we started a website. And with that website, you can go online, you can listen to artists that we promote, you can see recaps of our events, you can watch our interviews. It's the method. If you had a restaurant, that would be your infrastructure. If you're a doctor, you're the medical office. You have to find a way to, do what you're trying to do effectively. And that's really it. It's 3 steps. Just to recap, you got to find a problem, monetize it, and then find a way to do that repetitively in a comfortable manner. And that's it. That's how you start a business. It's 3 steps, and that's really it. And so, like I said, to apply it to myself, give y'all some insight. Like I said, I'm not no Fortune 500 expert, whatever, but I started my company. It's called Yesterday's Nothing in 2012, and it's 2016 now. So we coming on 4 years. But what's amazing is, at least to me, we've made progress every year. Every year our numbers have gone up, our audience has grown up, our appearance has improved. Our website is doing more numbers than it ever has been. It looks really official. You can check it out at yesterdaysnothing.com. And we made our biggest leap last year. There's a company here called the Ohio Hip Hop Awards, and they throw a lot of events around the state. They're really known around the city. And they reached out to my company, Yesterday's Nothing, to sponsor our beat battle. It's called Audio Attack. And our beat battle was a part of the Ohio Hip Hop Awards. So basically, since 2012. So you're looking at 3 years. In 3 years' time, I started up a company, a brand name, a local movement, and that reached the biggest movement in the state, and they wanted to partner with us. So that's huge to me. Like, that's amazing. Like, I was sitting in my living room and I thought of this idea. Years later, people are reaching out to me for that same idea. Like, that's just, it's amazing to me when I think about it. So I gave you 3 steps to start a business. I got 5 steps, or just 5 things you want to remember in order to be, I guess, successful, to stay consistent. First thing, educate yourself. I remember I bought 2 books like in 2009, one about business, one about music promotion. And to this day, they both gave me all the little tidbits, all the information I needed to start my music company. So number 1, I think educate. Talk to somebody that know more than you. Buy some books. Invest in yourself. Like, the one book I bought was $8. The other one was $40. But that doesn't matter when the information that I received is helping me to be successful as I have thus far. So educate yourself. Don't cut no corners. Number 2, be original. Think of something that nobody has done. Find an original problem. Provide an original solution. If you're doing what the next man did, if you see somebody doing something that's working for them, you just want to piggyback off that, you're not really going to get too far, because it's been done. And the thing is, everybody's unique in their own way. Like, what I'm doing with music in my city, Yesterday Is Nothing, it's other people that do music, but my Yesterday Is Nothing, what we do, it's original. We got our own lane, and nobody can take that. So same thing for you. Whatever passion you have, whatever problem you see, whatever you want to turn into a business, you can. Just make sure it's in your lane and it's unique. And the next thing I would say, stay positive, because when it started off, say in 2012, I wasn't doing Periscope. People weren't asking me to do things like this. It was just me learning as I went, and it can be discouraging for some. I would assume, if you're not getting the responses you want right away, if it seems like things are going slow, things like that. But you got to stay positive. You never know what's going to happen. Every day you got to work hard. You just got to stay consistent. If you give up at any point, it's over with at that point. So you got to stick with it. So that's 3. I think I had 5. You got be original. You got to educate yourself. Be original. What was my other ones? You got to be realistic. As in, like I said, I've been doing what I do for 4 years or so, and we've got the progress we've made. So I really see what it takes to be viral or to be nationwide or global. Like, you have to have a lot of clientele. You know what I'm saying? So be realistic. Don't set your expectations to a place where you can not only beat them, but with the time frame that you're working in, you know what I'm saying, you can be satisfied. You can see the growth. You can see the progress. Don't think you got to jump off the porch, you know what I'm saying, as soon as you start your business or your company. Just let it grow over time and be patient with it. Be realistic with it. So to educate yourself, be original, be realistic. I have more. I should have wrote this down, but I'm kind of just winging it. But I hope it can help you or anybody watching this. If you thought about starting a business, or you want to start a company, or even if it's just an idea, it's really simple. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna end this right here. I don't want to start rambling and going on tangents. So I'll go back to the first 3 steps. What Cousin Jeff said. If you want to start a business, really 3 things you got to do: find a problem, monetize a solution, create an infrastructure to facilitate that, aka build something that you can constantly provide the solution out of. Your office, your website, whatever that is. My personal tips: educate yourself, read some books, talk to some people that know more than you. Number 2, be original. Don't do nothing somebody else has already done, because it's already done. It's not going to really help you. And number 3, be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive. Set goals, follow them, and you'll be successful. So it's your boy Sicksteen, man. You can check out the website, yesterdaysnothing.com. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for tuning in. Hopefully I did something that can help somebody. So